Welcome, sister to sister.
Right, my aunt.
Holy Christ. Let me do some of this lighting. So today we are discussing postpartum depression.
We are.
Something that's not talked amongst the Black community a lot. So we need a lot of knowledge about it.
No. It's a tough discussion.
Yeah.
A lot of mothers go through it. They might not recognize it as, postpartum depression, but, that's one of the labels the white man gave it. But
Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, we just want to talk about it and share our stories about how we dealt with it in our lives, and hopefully, might help someone get through it.
Yes, for sure. So we bring in Superior Nay up here, so just give us a second. Hey.
Hi guys.
Hey,
Sorry I'm
girl.
late. Hey, what's up?
That's okay. Nothing
Sorry about that, guys.
much. Are we dragging?
Yeah, look like we're dragging. Are we dragging?
Are we dragging where?
Yeah, you're delayed. You're delayed.
It's okay. Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all. Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear
It's
you.
perfect on my end. It's perfect on my end.
Okay, cool. As long as you can see us and understand us, it's just probably on our end since we're dealing with the technicals. But
Yeah.
topic postpartum depression, pretty heavy, right?
Yeah, it is. Crazy. I feel like I'm still going through mine.
Right.
And that's something we're going to touch on because that's not something that could just go away overnight. Sometimes this lasts a year or more. It can last years for real. So
Yes.
it's not something that you wake up over. You have to deal with things internally, and that's what we're going to talk about.
All right. So postpartum depression. Symptoms: mood, um, anger, anxiety, guilt, helplessness, loss of interest or pleasure in activities, mood swings or panic attacks. Behavior part is crying, irritability, restlessness, fatigue, loss of appetite, weight gain or weight loss, lack of concentration or unwanted thoughts, depression of fear, also common in insomnia, or repeatedly going over thoughts.
Yes.
Those are a lot of signs of postpartum depression.
How you doing, Abu?
Peace.
Peace and love. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, that's some heavy stuff you just touched on. I feel like I've felt a lot of those, things that you just listed.
Yeah, I just had a baby almost 5 months ago. I, I don't, I don't, I think I am kind of going through it still a little bit, but not a lot. I'm getting out of it per se. Girl, you should have the TV on.
Yeah, is it loud?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Hold on, how do I mute? Sorry, guys. Can I mute this real quick? I'm gonna mute my mic real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But yeah, so it's part of depression. It's crazy. Can you hear me still? Okay. All right, cool. So, did you go through postpartum depression with any of your kids?
I did.
Which ones?
All of them.
Oh goodness, yes.
Because you just don't feel like yourself after you have a baby. Like I gained hella weight. I don't know if a lot of people who don't have children don't know this, but like even after you have your child, you bleed up to like 2-3 weeks after the fact. So you're dealing with that constantly. And sometimes when you for me anyway, sometimes when you have a baby, it puts you in a position to where like your pelvis is just always in pain,
God.
so you get in that mode to where you're also lazy on top of that. Not so much lazy, but just in pain. You can't really get up and do much. And if you don't really have that support system, now you're living in not only pain, but filth sometimes. And then, I just feel like it just spirals downhill, and I've dealt with all of that, like I've dealt with a lot of things, like being in pain, being overwhelmed, with not only having to clean up when I'm hurt, but also having to deal with a new baby and just being sad about certain things like financial situations or living situations. I feel like a lot of that can play a role in people getting that disorder, and feeling
Yeah.
like there's no hope.
Yeah. I definitely didn't know it exists until I got pregnant. You know,
Yeah, that shit hurts.
it does hurt. And I feel like depression, not postpartum depression, but depression starts with pregnancy. Especially if you partner with the wrong person. So
Yeah, and I think that's like maybe key, like because it's not. I don't feel like well, in some instances, I do feel like I had the wrong partner because I have two, separate children's fathers, but that's nonetheless at the end of the day when you're immature and you don't know anything and you're a child in the mind and then you decide to have a baby, that can cause problems in itself, you know like picking the absolute wrong person.
yeah, for sure.
But you want to tap in, Johnny?
Yeah.
I can't. She's still on mute. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
You guys hear me
Okay.
now?
You know.
Okay, so is the TV still out?
No.
Mm-mm.
Y'all still hear the TV? No? Okay.
No, I can't.
So what I was gonna say is I feel like people don't understand that sex and birth are divine acts. Like those are I mean, they're up here, they're superior. Like you can't just be laying down with anybody, especially if that man is not ready. Don't lay down with him. Don't have sex, period, because it is I'm sorry guys. Because it is it's very divine and you should want to take your time to get to know somebody before you have sex with them for sure. Because these men, they have men and women, they have they could disguise themselves easily. So it's just best to, take your time, get to know this person, and then have sex with them instead of just, ooh, I'm just gonna have sex with them. So yeah.
I was drunk. Okay,
Yeah, and that's not an excuse.
that is a good excuse.
I feel like we don't recognize that some of these people we lay down with, they're going through their own depression. And with us having sex
Yes.
with them, we're transferring that emotion. So at the end of the day, we don't want to be impaired when we're choosing someone to lie down with because, ultimately you're going to be taking on that energy yourself. And, we find ourselves depressed, especially if we make a child in that,
Yes.
Listen, honey, I was depressed as fuck. When I found out I was pregnant with Amani, you know, I don't know if I was really that happy because, I didn't think I was gonna really get pregnant and I just knew I fucked up, But I didn't fuck up. He's here. He's a blessing. That's my baby. But I got the wrong partner per se. But I was definitely depressed after I had him. I didn't take baths. I didn't do nothing. I barely brushed my teeth. I just wanted to sleep all day. I wanted to fucking die. Like I did not. I was just so upset with the partner I choose.
Yeah, that's why you want to make sure that person is the right one, because when you go through that, you want to feel comfort, you want to feel love, you want to feel like you have somebody when you go through that depression, like it's very crucial for you to have that partner that's going to be there for you for that time, because I have read stories where the mom killed herself and the baby jumping off the bridge, stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
It's sad. And men, I don't think they realize how much our bodies change and how much we change after we have these babies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like God is a woman, because the shit we endure and stuff like that. So it's just it is wild. I feel like I'm still going through postpartum, honestly, and my daughter's 7.
Yeah. Right. So I'm do say, yeah, I was thinking a lot about postpartum depression comes from not choosing correctly. I mean, that, and also because of our body changes. We
I
gain
mean,
weight, we lose
but
a lot
if
of
you
weight.
chose,
Hmm.
to his note, like
Hmm.
if you choose the right partner, your
Hmm.
body changing, it wouldn't really make a difference to your partner. Like he's gonna be there with you. He's gonna be there financially for you. He's gonna be drawing your bath water. He's gonna be helping you exercise. When you have somebody that helps you get out of it, I feel like it's inevitable sometimes. Because babies are a lot. And like I said, you're gonna be in pain to the point where you really can't do shit. So I feel like if you pick a partner that does these things for you, it's not that much of an issue. But when you have a fucking young minded, fucked up partner that's not really there for you, that's when shit goes left.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's why I think I might have one more enemy with the right person to see. I don't know, maybe. No, fuck that. But but yeah, you're absolutely right. Because I didn't have that. I mean, I had y'all support, but I mainly wanted it from the dad.
Yeah.
Because we're the ones who
Created the baby.
exactly we're the ones who had sex and had the baby, and yeah, it was just crazy for real. So, but yeah, it's definitely. I was definitely in
And
a dark space. What would you say?
I hate to. I feel like I always refer back to religion because I feel like religion plays a part in it. But the Holy Trinity, and I feel like this is why men kind of X out the women, kind of, because the Holy Trinity in ancient times was mother, father, child. But now you got the Christian Bible, Quran. I don't know what the Quran says. I don't know if it's the same thing or not, but it says the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. What does the Holy Spirit have to do with any? You know what I'm saying? What does that have to do? What does the Holy Spirit have to do? Who is the Holy Spirit? So I feel like that's the reason, kind of, why men kind of X out the mother, kind of, and leave her hanging with the postpartum depression, or leave her hanging with the baby, because it's like we're already X'd out so much, and the Bible makes it okay for you to treat women a certain type of way, like we're under them. And I just don't feel like that's very accurate. So
I don't think that's with all men though. There is some good men out there who is there for the women during the pregnancy, after the pregnancy, doing a lot for them. I just feel like it's the men that we actually attract. So going through that, like I don't some people don't subscribe to the Bible, so I don't think it's, necessarily that, all the time. I just feel like we choose the wrong partner. I know I choose the wrong partner. Both of my baby dads, I can admit that shit. I choose wrong, and I was depressed as fuck during my
yeah.
pregnancy. You know, and it caused me to think unwanted thoughts when it came to me and my children. You know, like it was sad for real.
So, like, talk about it, like you're saying, like sometimes that choosing the wrong partner can push you to the point where
Hmm.
you don't even want to deal with it at all.
Exactly. Exactly. And I had to get myself together. Like, why am I sad about this? Because at the end of the day, I had a choice to keep them or not. And I choose to keep my kids. So, if I really wanted to get rid of them, I could have got rid of them or gave them up for adoption. So that's why, I mean, I don't know, but I did choose. Like, I had a lot of unwanted thoughts going through that. Like, I wanted to kill myself and I wanted to kill my fucking kids too. Like, because I was just depressed. Just I don't know, just being with that, just having a baby with that man, you know. Like it was just depressing as hell because I became a mother at 27, so that's the corner. So a lot of people are, oh, starting late or whatever. Became a mother at 27, and I still choose a fucked up partner to have a kid with. So that's why I was really depressed for real. Like I could have did better. All the knowledge that I had, and I still choose to have a baby with that nigga. Like it caused me a lot of depression, unwanted thoughts, not want to take a bath, and need to sleep my life away, shit like that. You had something to say, Johnny? Because I heard your mic on mute.
Yeah, I was gonna say you better stop drinking that liquor then. You better stop drinking that liquor, girl.
I learned my lesson. I learned after Raw. I learned my lesson. I definitely learned my lesson. But let's talk about the mortality rate um after postpartum, especially in Black women. So what I looked into, yeah, I think I have it actually up here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Of the 700 pregnancy related deaths that happen each year in the United States, nearly 31% happen during pregnancy, 36% happen during delivery or the week after, and 33% happen 1 week to 1 year after delivery. Overall, heart disease and stroke cause more than 1 in 3 pregnancy related deaths.
mm,
So that's some info for you. And it's interesting that it says heart disease and stroke cause more than 1 in 3% because a symptom of postpartum depression is, eating a lot and eating a lot of bullshit. You feel me? And I think that affects your health more than anything. You feel me? And that could cause a stroke or heart disease when you're constantly eating takeout, eating Burger King, McDonald's, doing all the extra shit to your body because you don't know what else to do. I'm guilty of stress eating. You feel me? So it kills you in different ways. That's the crazy part, like it silently kills you in different ways, whether you want to commit suicide, homicide type shit, or you just want to eat your life away and stay in bed, waste away, not do anything. It gets you in a lot of ways.
and I also I feel like it has something to do with the medicines they pump into you.
Yeah, the medicines that you take when you're at the hospital, like a lot of things can, go wrong. I
Yeah,
believe that
I honestly think it's just
the energy exchange during intercourse is also important. You take on the person's inner God, and people don't think of that. They like attractive people with swag. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
it's
I'm
fact.
saying that's the energy transfer.
And I mean, childbirth has always been dangerous. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely, especially if you do it the wrong way.
yeah.
But a week after I had Raw, I don't know. I think I told you, but a week after I had Raw, I had to go to the emergency room because it was hard for me to breathe. Like I couldn't breathe the right way. They told me that was like postpartum. It's postpartum bullshit or whatever, but I can't breathe the right way. My blood pressure was like extremely fucking high, and I just felt like I was gonna die. If I didn't go there, I thought I was gonna die. And I was about to not go there, but I was thinking about like, ugh, my kids need me. So that's the only reason why I went. But that shit is real, man. My feet was swollen, like my chest was hurting, like on top of my stomach, like it was just horrible. After giving birth, and I went through a deep depression after that too. Like it was horrible. Even thinking about it makes me all emotional. Shit. So I do have a question for you. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, and if you do, like, do you see like the importance of, a male being next to the woman and walking her through this because the shit gets hard. Shit
Mm-hmm.
gets hard. And I'm not just saying just like a zombie man that's not really doing shit, that you're taking care of, because some dudes you know, they like mooching and living off women and call themselves parents, but they really don't be doing what they got to do. I'm talking about a father that's actually there, supportive, and doing what he needs to.
Exactly.
So there's a huge difference.
It is a difference. And I feel like, especially me and you, John, that we probably never really went through the depression if we had a better partner.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But I was going to add into what you guys were saying about the stress eating. I was just going to say the stress itself. I feel like I think the stress plays 1,000% of the heart disease, the stroke, because when you're stressed, your body is just
yeah, in general.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, in general. That's the same thing, that fear they're putting in with that vaccine shit. That's what's really making motherfuckers sick.
Yeah.
Just being scared of being sick, you know.
Yeah.
But don't flag me for the vaccine.
But that you're absolutely right. Stress and all that stuff, even if you're healthy, stress could cause death.
Yes.
Giving a birth. Because that's what I feel like it really was. That's why my blood pressure was high, because I definitely didn't want my second one. But I'm glad he's here because I feel like he chose to be here. That was his decision. He swam to my fucking head, goddamn it. But yeah, I definitely, I think it was just. I went through. I was really stressed with Ra, but I think I was even more stressed with Amani, just because he was playing, Monty was playing, and I didn't get what I thought I was going to get, was his dad being there during the pregnancy, and that's probably partially my fault because I did cheat on him while I was pregnant, but it was just some kickback back shit, But why are you looking at me like that?
What? It's just like the way you say shit, like you speed past it, like it's not important. Like that's a huge thing you just said. I mean, I did cheat on him while I was pregnant. Like, what the fuck? That's huge. That is so disrespectful. But we can continue with the conversation. It was
disrespectful to the child, not to the father.
Right, exactly.
First of all, my child was in my placenta or whatever the fuck it was. He was okay. All right. And me and Odu used a condom.
It don't matter.
Now we probably did. But
energy flows through condoms, by the way. No, energy cannot be blocked by a condom. Get it? That's a vibe.
No, first of all, I only cheated on him because he cheated on me. Okay. So
really?
Just tit for tat out there. Yes, it was definitely tit for tat. I get it from my mother. Okay. So, Abdul said, I have no children. Hold on. It's interesting. The father is fat her. And fattening her includes more than giving her the seed, but inflating with body strength and intangibles that are going to help her not see for shit.
You're going to be a great father, Abu. You are. Hold out as long as possible. Make sure you know who you're having a child with.
That's fact. You trying to be my third baby dad?
Please don't do that. You deserve somebody with no children. You deserve a clean slate. So I'm just playing. Yeah, actually, a type of guy like you, you could be a good stepfather. Because a lot of people or a lot of children born already, they don't have that. They don't have that perspective in a man. So
at all, at fucking all. But that's good.
Run. You're my favorite.
He's not even in Ohio, probably.
I'm just playing though.
Fuck you. No, I'm not that bad no more. But yeah, like I said with Monty, and I was really depressed with him, because his dad. First of all, his dad left while I was pregnant. Maybe due to me cheating. I don't know. Possibly, but he started it, so he should already knew. I already told. But listen, I told him before he even cheated. Like, you cheat on me, you might as well leave. He ain't do it. So anyway, let's just get past that. So he left, whatever, blase, and I was depressed about that because he left to go be with another woman and end up getting that hoe pregnant. Even though she lost her kids about like 3 times with him, and she finally had one. But I didn't mean to say it like that, But but he was catering to another female, paying her bills, and doing all that bullshit, and that caused me going to a depression. You know, Even after I had the child, I was depressed because I didn't really need his help. I wanted his help more because this was my first child, that I had, and I felt like he should have been there. What? Okay, it's partially my fault. Probably it is. I could admit that it's partially my fault. I didn't even call him when I was doing delivery or anything because I didn't feel like I needed his negative energy there either. So, but I could say it's partially my fault, but I don't know. Maybe it is my fault. You think it's my fault?
I say yes, but I'm biased. So what you think, John? I'm at Superior Nay. You think it's her fault?
Um, it's fine. You could call me either or. It doesn't matter. But I say no, it's not your fault because he should have called and checked up on you. He could have at least did that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He could have. But people don't understand. It's the simplest things that you can do. In a phone call, I'm sorry, y'all. Do y'all hear that? I'm sorry. Y'all hear the snapping and jumping and stuff? I'm sorry, y'all. Can y'all block that out? I'm sorry, but I just told you to go outside.
Live,
so
we're live. We wasn't even on
Yeah,
you in the beginning, so we was.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all should have said something. I thought we was gonna do a little test. I'm sorry. Anyway, y'all, my bad. I just said
That's
that.
okay.
But yeah, the simplest things is like just a simple phone call or a text. Like, are you okay? How's the baby doing? You know what I'm saying? That's the littlest thing a person can do. So no, it's not your fault at all. I wouldn't even feel like that. Oh, it's my fault. No, it's not your fault because he could have easily called or text and said something. So
Why? I had the baby.
right.
And I did.
Mm.
And I did. And he played my son too many times until 2 years later. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And also, so I also want to read this. The World Health Organization, what they call is WHO, defines maternal mortality as death that occurs during pregnancy, birth, and up to 42 days postpartum. Black maternity mortality in the United States refers to the incidence of maternal mortality in the U.S. I don't know if that made any sense. Specifically for those identifying as Black or African American, the usual cause of maternal mortality are conditions that occur or exacerbated. Did I say that right?
I don't even know where you are.
Right here.
I don't even know what that says. Exacerbated?
I don't know. I never seen that word before. During pregnancy, therefore, most instances of maternal mortality are preventable deaths. So a lot of maternal mortality are preventable. So that should tell you a lot, especially in Black women. They have the highest mortality rate after giving birth or during pregnancy. And I feel like that goes back to racism.
It does because like these doctors, they don't give a fuck, and they said that. I had heard on the news where they said that it'd be more Black babies and Black women dying of white doctors. And I had this girl that I was currently working with. I had told her, I'm like, yeah, I want to be a nurse practitioner. I want to be I want to do gynecology and how you say it? Obstetrician or something like that because Black babies are dying at the hand of these white doctors. You know what I'm saying? She told me her story about how they let a student doctor give her a C-section and her baby died. She said her baby was healthy and everything. And then she said that she was having complications in her pregnancy. And she said that they should have took the baby out, but they were so late to take the baby that when the student doctor did her C-section, the baby died. So
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
Hey, Carl. And I believe doctors on some fluky ass shit because I remember being super, super depressed when I was pregnant with Steven. And the doctor, like, this was like, it wasn't my first time having a pap smear, but this is my first time being pregnant and have a pap smear. I'm 17 years old. And it's like, actually, that probably was my first pap smear. Not really, maybe not. I don't remember, but it was my first vivid memory of one. And she was just so fucking rough and being crazy. And I was noticeably uncomfortable. I was just like, "Ow, I'm uncomfortable. This a white bitch." You know what she says to me? She was like, "Oh, you wasn't doing all that when you were having sex."
What?
I'm like, "Bitch,
What?
you are not my mom." And I just remember just being super salty and just being so depressed. Like, you're fucking right, bro. Like, I fucked up, bro. Like, and like, really, like, I feel like she was gaslighting me and like antagonizing me.
Depression. Shit, my gap be fucking shit
Yeah,
up.
into depression. Yeah, I just thought that was fucked up. She was just like, "Yeah, you wasn't saying all that when you was having sex, you pregnant." I'm like, "Bitch, like, what do you mean?"
Exactly. You know what? I think depression, postpartum depression, has something to do with how you deliver the baby, also.
How you're
Mm,
treated
I
during the
agree.
baby. I
And
was treated
also,
so bad. Oh my god.
yeah, I mean, treating during and how you deliver the baby too, because we ain't supposed to be on our backs delivering kids. And I did that with Ra. I was on my back delivering him. That was the worst pain ever. I had to really push with this one. I didn't have to push with Monty. I was on my side. Only pushed once. I was on my side. But yeah, as soon as he came out, I did not want anything to do with that little boy. I wanted to kill him actually. Like it was just horrific how I had to push him out. And I feel like that had a lot to do with depression afterwards too, with Raw.
Right.
Because I was just in so much pain. I'm still in pain. After having him. 4 months, almost 5 months later, after having him, my pelvis still hurts. You
That
know,
shit is real,
yeah,
man. Oh my
yeah. I
goodness.
can't work out the way I want to. That caused depression. I can't work out the way I want to because my pelvis start hurting. I can't move around a lot the way I really want to. My pelvis start hurting. We went to the club that one night and danced. I paid for that shit the next day. My body was hurting horrible. You
For
Man,
know,
I'm
real?
here to
Was on
go
yes,
my
to the stairs
birthday?
the other day, bro.
yes, it's horrible. It's just crazy. So
That's
I'm
great.
pro women developing a higher degree of knowledge on childbirth so we can do it in our own houses amongst our own family, our own communities. Yeah, facts.
That's what
That's
we need to
that's what
do.
we need to do. I should have had my kids at home. I mean, all the
You was
shit.
trying to do a water birth.
I know, but I got scared.
It's
It was so painful.
they were discouraging us every step of the way. You know how hard it is to get a water birth? Like, it's crazy. If you want to just do natural shit all up and through it, like, you just want a water birth, not do as many hospital checks and shit, they'll give you problems because they're trying to write off whatever you do there. That's why they want you to go to the hospital so often and shit. Like, if you
Yeah.
just want to be natural, like, no, I don't want to go to the hospital. I'll just come up here when I'm ready to get in the tub and give birth in the waterway. Like, they will give you shit for it. Like, they'll really give you shit for it. Like, it's crazy. Like, because doctors always think they know something, but they fucking don't. Like, because
They don't know
I
shit.
didn't go, I don't, I didn't go to the hospital really at all for like my last two children. And like, they're trying to tell me how pregnant I am and how far along I am. And like, they were just wrong all around, like making it seem like there was something wrong with my children. And that can help manifest depression. Like, if they
Yeah.
tell you your child, like they
Oh
was trying
yeah.
to tell me my child had a cyst on the brain or some shit like that.
I said it with Rob too.
Yeah, it made it seem like there was like a problem and stuff, but like there wasn't no fucking problem. Like, if you do your research, that shit usually goes away. Like, there was no point of them saying anything about it until the fetus was completely developed and for them to see that it was gone. Like, sometimes they help you manifest bullshit for your baby. Like, that's just
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly. And I want to get this out since Carl is on the stream. Carl Smith, Amani's goddad. Those metal things be looking cool that they use. Yes, they're very
Oh
cool.
yeah.
But
Very
I do want to thank you and Adrian, for being there with me. I didn't know I was going through depression at all. I appreciated you when I bought the gun at first. I appreciate you guys taking that too because I honestly no
You never
I
told me that.
yeah no they
never
took
told
yeah
me neither.
don't know how it went, but they had the gun for a while. They had it for like a week or two, and I'm glad they took it because honestly, I bought it for protection for my son, but when I had it in my hand, I was thinking about killing myself and my son, like
That was we were living together.
Thank you, Carl. I love you, Carl and Adrian.
I'm about to cry because thinking about it, but
they do a lot, and I see that. Carl and
they
Adrian,
on my nerves, but
they're rare ride or die friends. Like if you get a friend like them, you two, superior neighbor. We're not talking about us right now. We're sisters. But Carl and Adrian, that's like a dynamic duo. Like wife and husband, Black power couple. Beautiful. They build together. They cry together. They'll die for each other. They're just a great example, and I feel like they're perfect for you in your life because they help you with a mind.
Yeah, they helped me with a lot of stuff they didn't even know about, because I was really because I was really thinking about killing myself and my son, and I'm glad they took the gun. I had time to think. Well, first I was gonna kill Jamar first, then I was gonna go back.
Yeah, because I would have had to finish off.
But
yeah,
I was gonna kill him first, and I was gonna come back and kill myself and my kid because I just felt like I failed, my child, bringing him on this planet because, he didn't have he didn't have two parents, and that led me to like a lot of depression. Carl Adrian didn't know. I know I was getting on Adrian's nerves a lot, trying to vent to her and shit. She was like, "Why the fuck you keep she's like, why you keep telling?" But she didn't know I was going through depression.
I didn't know neither. Wasn't we living with each other?
Girl, yes, we was. And I don't like seem like I'm a weak ass female. That's my problem. Way too prideful. I don't like asking for help. But my family, my friends, they help me in so many ways. Even staying with you helped me in so many ways, because I really wanted to kill me and my kids going through that depression, or kill me and Monty going through that depression. That shit. I was in a dark space. I did not want to take a bath. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to eat. And I would just sometimes nights I'd just be looking at Monty like really contemplating if I was going to kill him or not.
Because he looked like his dad.
No, he looks like me.
I'm just saying the silhouette.
The silhouette, yes.
The silhouette, yes. You can't deny that silhouette.
Exactly, that silhouette definitely is. But I was just really thinking about offering me and my child. But what brought me out of it is the love that I had surrounded, with my friends, with my family. I'm like, why would I do this? And because at the end of the day, I don't need him. Why would I do that to my son? Why would I do that to myself? Taking our lives because I'm happy because I didn't have the family that I thought I was going to have having him. So yeah, I do appreciate Carl and Adrian. They definitely helped me. You helped me too, Jeanne. My sister definitely, she's a big help, and my mother. And my brothers, their helps too, y'all got me out that dark place, but y'all didn't even know I was in a dark place. That's the crazy part. Y'all didn't know I wanted to kill my kids. I'm sorry. I just hate talking about it. Then again, I like talking about it, but I don't know. But it's just I just get emotional because I was really going through like some real life postpartum depression. Just I don't know. I just felt like even though I had the people I needed, I just felt alone. I felt really alone.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Adrian.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I really felt alone for real. Like not. I just felt alone. I just felt like I was in a dark place. Like I was just upset. I was providing the life I thought I should have provided for him before he came here. But he got a great life. He got great people around us. He got all of that. It's not. I mean, we could be broke sometimes, but he got rich godparents. I know if I actually asked them for help, they would come through.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm glad they took that gun from me, bro. I didn't know you was going that far.
I was going to go that
right,
far. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan. But when I had it in my head, those unwanted thoughts came in my mind. They came in my mind.
Like this can all be over.
All be over. Yeah. All be fucking over.
Until you're reincarnated in the same body. Parallel universe.
Yeah, but I would have. Having a gun in my head, I did have unwanted thoughts. Now I can have 10 guns in my hands and not even think about killing my kids. But because a lot of people, help me through it, even though y'all didn't know I was going through. Y'all should have known though, because I was all not taking showers and shit. Y'all should have knew I was depressed.
I know you was depressed, but I was depressed too.
She knew too.
I was depressed also. Like,
we were depressed together. Our depression fed off each other, but yeah, I was definitely depressed, going through a dark place, unwanted thoughts. I did lose a lot of weight. I was happy, but I gained it back, whatever. Not all of it, but some of it. But yeah, it was sad,
Girl, I'm glad you didn't, because I ain't want to find y'all dead as hell in the house in your room. I would have been like, oh my God.
Girl, you was about to, that's for sure. I'm just glad.
I'm glad I did.
Carl, came out and helped.
Shout out to Adrian.
She you know what? She loved Monty more than I did at one point.
Man.
She really did. Because when it took me a while to love my own son. Like when he came out, I did not know what to do with him. I was frustrated. I wanted to throw him in the garbage. I just didn't know what to do with him. My mom, she came out. One day he was just crying. He was just crying and crying. He wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like he would not shut up. And I had to give my son to my mom. Like, Mom, I don't know what to do, because if I kept him, I was gonna tear him apart. Like that's how fucked up my mental was after having him. Like I'm glad my son is here. Like that's my world. He taught me a lot, honestly. He did. He made me a better person at the end of the day. I went through a lot of depression with him. He it wasn't his fault. It was my fault, because the person I choose to have a kid.
It's not your fault, because you didn't know that person.
Let her take the blame for some of this, okay?
I mean, it's 50-50.
Let her take the blame. I mean, she gets on me too about my life decisions. So
yeah, I mean, it's 50-50.
Yeah, like I mean, I think it was my fault because I didn't know this man, like I thought I knew him. I didn't know him, and I had a baby with him, and I got depressed because I felt like, even though everybody's there for me, nobody was there because he wasn't there, So
that's key. Yeah. That's key right there, because people think like, oh, I'm here for you. That's not enough. You feel me? Like you want a companion, and when you think you pick somebody as your companion and they're not doing what they need to do, the shit gets fucked up. Like you're not laying with me at night. Like you can't cuddle with your friends and family. Like it's different.
You could have cuddled with me, Alita. I would have came in there. I would have came in there.
Okay, when we talk about LGBT, y'all can shoot your shot, Nane.
I'm always to get him. Yeah, my mama's house. But yeah, they was definitely a big help. You need, friends like them for sure. You need friends like them, because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for you, Janae, especially Adrian and Carl, like people who actually came and got him, if I didn't have the support that I did, we would not be here. We probably wouldn't. If I was depending on the baby dad and his family, I would have killed myself. Like for sure. Like it was that hard. I was really in a dark space. After having a kid with the wrong person, like you go in a dark space. It was a one story. A mom here a couple months ago, she killed her twins, 6 weeks old. That she had pine sol in the bottles and things like that. She killed her twins because you know what? I felt so bad for her. Because she, in the story, I believe she had the support, but she didn't probably have the support that she thought she needed. And she was going through depression, and her thoughts took over her mind. To the point where she killed her kids. That's postpartum depression, like to the furthest extent. Like that shit was crazy. Like I just hope whoever's going through it gets out of it soon, because
we love you.
Yeah, I got out of it. I got out of the dark space for sure.
Yeah, we just got to stay grounded. We got to recognize who we are and just realize whatever bullshit we think we're in, we can get out of it. Yeah. Definitely get out of it.
I mean, it's a bright side. I mean, just think about the food stamps you're about to get and the income.
Yeah, there's perks to having kids. Come on, stop acting like kids are that bad. We get to claim them on our taxes, food stamps. You can get some Title 20, Section 8, insurance. Like, come on, who wants free insurance?
Hold on, wait a minute. Everybody
can't do that because the jobs.
Right. I mean, but you So
Right.
budget your money correctly. Okay. Now I'm not talking for a motherfucker.
That's true.
I'm talking about the broke people.
Yes, Adrian, we have to use this to the best of our capability.
And you
They
can't
choose
get
to be
it.
here.
So you can't get insurance if you make a certain amount of money, but you can probably still put your kids on your insurance, right? But then you have to pay for it.
Listen,
So I'm looking for
Well, I got the first
listen.
one.
I just got.
and you
I
can
just got
lie. Go to-
Medicaid for it. Took me. No, hold on. Listen, I just got medical for me in Egypt. It took me 6 months to get medical for me and her because they claim I made too much money. I only was making $15 goddamn dollars. At first, they said they was trying to say I still worked at Coda. No, I don't work at Coda. Then I start making $15. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get approved. I still didn't get approved. I had to make $0. I had to not work for an entire month just to get benefits, which is wow.
Bullshit, you know.
Yeah, that is true. That system is set up.
And that causes depression also.
Yeah, that is a setup. It's
That-
either you got to be rich as fuck or broke as fuck. So you got to give up everything just to get
Right.
benefits, barely survive. So
Yeah.
I was just joking about all that other shit. I was just saying, like, you should definitely invest your money, do what you got to do if you are making a big bag, and, you know, prepare for the months ahead when your baby is coming. But, you know,
Yeah.
still at the end of the day, I'm just trying to look at the bright side of having children. You know, it's not that bad. Even if you do make a lot of money, that's still a write-off on your taxes,
You know,
regardless.
Watching them grow is amazing.
Yeah, and that too.
Watching
Like,
them
we
grow
just
is
get past the best part.
Yeah, watching them grow is amazing. And I
Right.
also, I don't know if I read this already. Did I read this already?
Mm-mm.
So more than 50% of pregnancy-related death in the United States occur after birth of the child or postpartum. Any death within the first year, any death within 1 year of the end of the pregnancy due to a pregnancy complication or a death during pregnancy as classified as a pregnancy-related death. Death that occurs within a week postpartum, 90% of all maternal deaths are largely attributed to severe bleeding, high blood pressure, and infection.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know, like I said, after I had Ra,
It was open.
I was open. I was open still. I was still bleeding. I bled longer with Ra, actually.
I don't even remember how long. It's a long ass time. It's like an extended period.
I bled longer with Ra, probably like a good 6 weeks. And I had high blood pressure, you know. It was just horrible. It was definitely just horrible. But you know, the point of us making this podcast is because we do want to bring awareness with females who do you know, experience postpartum depression. You know, I wanted to tell my story, me about I was really thinking about killing actually both of my kids, not even just Monty. Even after I had Ra, it wasn't so bad with Ra as it was with Monty, but I wanted it off Ra too, just because the person had a baby, whatever. But I wanted off him too, and just going about my life, but I couldn't do it, you know. So you can get yourself out that dark place, you know. It's not worth it, you know. And if anybody needs help or needs someone to speak to, y'all can speak to me. You know, I might make a comedy out of it. It's not funny, but sometimes you need to laugh through your pain. You know,
Hilarious.
you need to laugh through your pain. Like you got to laugh through your pain, or you're going to be drowning in it all the time. Like that's why, you know, when I was going through depression, postpartum depression, I was making posts about my baby dad, calling him little dick bitches. I was depressed as fuck, and I had to make comedy out of my situation by talking about him, you know. Even though I slept with him, I had to make comedy out that situation, you know. So I was talking a lot of shit about that man, posting it on Facebook, put his picture on Facebook. I was close to putting his little penis on there too, but I didn't do that because I knew it was gonna get blocked. But I was talking a lot of shit about that.
It would have went viral first.
It would have went viral, you know. But I was talking a lot of stuff about that man, and you know, and I was going through depression. People thought I was being petty. I was really real life depressed, you know. But I didn't want to tell nobody that, you know. Only my sister really knew I was depressed, you know, because we was, like I said, we was depressed together. We both just had a baby together, so.
Yeah, we was pregnant at the same time. It was a cool experience, though. You know, at least I wasn't pregnant alone this time.
Yeah,
that's a part of my depression, like having kids, like a lot of kids, because you only had one and then you had two. Like I have 4 children, so and I had them young. So just imagine the looks I was getting. That added to my depression every time I found out I was pregnant. By the fourth child, like I didn't even tell nobody. Like fuck, they're just gonna find out.
Yeah,
Because nobody had nothing good to say, you know, like nobody ever really congratulated me on being pregnant. I never really felt like pregnancy was something that was beautiful. I felt like it was more so a burden. Like, oh shit, here she goes, she's pregnant
yeah.
again.
You know what? Pregnancy can be beautiful. You know, I feel like it can be beautiful. I want a beautiful pregnancy, but I feel like if I get that pregnancy, I don't want to act all different towards the kids I already had. You know, so like I don't know how to explain it, but I do want a beautiful pregnancy one day with the right person. Thinking I don't know if I want to get pregnant again. So like I don't know, but it's really hard going through that shit after you have kids. You know, the unwelcome thoughts, the sleeping your life away, you contemplating on killing your kids. You know, like you feel like you're not getting help. You know, you got all the help in the world just because that
Yeah,
one person is
yeah,
not there to help you, but it's supposed to be there because they created life with you. I feel like a lot of postpartum depression does come from the partner. You know, that's not helping you. You know, I mean, we still gonna go through it. You know, but it's I don't. I think it would just be postpartum, not postpartum depression. You know,
mm-hmm.
I just wish I just went through postpartum, not depression, because depression had me, really feeling like these kids need help. So, but I'm glad they're here. You know, and another reason why I was thinking about killing Rob because I feel like I feel like I betrayed my son. You know, I feel like I betrayed Monty. You know, I felt like I had I betrayed him. Like I had another baby. You know, after one night. You know, like, but I'm glad Rod's here. I love him. He's amazing. He's an amazing character, and he's happy down his mom. So that uplifts me out of depression. You know, I'm still going through it low key. You know, because I can't work out the way I want to work out. So that's actually very depressing. Because my pelvis still hurt, like I said, and I'm working through it still. You know, I got a lot of support. I got a lot of help. I got a lot of love from my family and friends. I wish it was more from the father, but he's going through his own depression, I guess. But who cares? But I mean, I care to an extent. You know, that's why
Yeah,
I'm having patience with him.
yeah,
You know, because especially this was very unexpected. Me and Ra, we should never had sex, but whatever we did, and our son is here, and I love him. So yeah, but you got any stories about your depression?
I pretty much told my depression, you
I mean, you
know.
got 4 kids.
Yeah, I don't want to walk through all four of that. Like, that's a continuum right there. 4 kids, and three of them was like back to back almost. You know, like I had my son first, and then 5 years later, that's when I had my daughter. And I kind of could relate to what you were saying in terms of, you felt like you were betraying Amani. Like I low key felt like I was betraying Steven low key too, because I was depressed like with him in general growing up. Like those 5 years before I had my 1st daughter, like I was just depressed in general. Like not only just within my relationship, but my entire life.
Yeah.
So when I had Storm, it's like, damn, I ain't even have a chance to love on my son.
After 5 years, huh?
Yeah, because listen, like I said, y'all think depression is like something you just like wake up from. But like if you're in a situation to where it's like you're in poverty when you know you don't need to be, like you're in filth and you know you don't need to be, like you're broke and you know you don't need to be, it's just like it's like what the fuck, like you just don't want to say nothing, like I was trying to get out of it, I just worked, came home, didn't really want to speak to nobody because at the time I was the breadwinner, and I'm not down women making bread or whatever, but I feel like my place is at home, teaching my children, you feel me? So like when
That
you
causes depression too.
yeah, when you're pushed into a scenario when you have to sit up here and play the role of a male and a female, the shit's depressing and it takes toll on the children. And I've apologized to my son since. Me and my son's relationship is way better and we talk now, and it's like, he knows I love him, and I told him I've made mistakes, but I did feel like I was betraying him when I had my daughters because one, they don't have the same father. So then it's like, oh, I hope he doesn't think that, because their parents are different, that I love them differently.
Right.
And then two, Like, I have to make sure I don't do the same bullshit to my daughter that I did to my son. So I don't want my son to take it personal, that I'm making sure that I love on her and making sure I don't make the same mistakes. You know, I don't want him to think like, oh, you didn't help me out. Like, I wasn't in the same mindset, son. And he understands that, you feel me? So
yeah.
you know, I can tell, like, when you don't want to be too good to the next kid because you fucked up with the first kid, but you don't want to keep repeating the cycle and treating all of them like shit. So you're going to have to let the first one know, like, look, I was naive, like I was 17 when I had you, like I made fucked up mistakes, you know, but now, you know, I'm trying to be better as a parent. And I'm definitely not going to do it to your sister. And then I had 2 other daughters after that, and I've been
you can see the progression in them.
Yeah, like you're supposed to grow.
You can see the difference in like the way they think and everything.
Yeah,
like, you can see that,
exactly.
Like,
exactly.
You
so
see that. Like that's another thing. Like I didn't want Amani feeling different because he had a different dad. That's why I named him the same last name. I don't give a fuck what the second baby dad thought. Honestly, like last name's Ashe. You know, because I don't want them to feel like they're different. You know, just because they got 2 different dads. You know, so like I didn't want that. Plus, I didn't want no slave names. That's my main reason. I don't want no slave names. But
what about you, Johnny? Like, how did you have any stories about how you got through it, or how you're dealing with it?
Yeah, like let's uplift some sisters. Like you don't have to stay in that dark place. I mean, it's easier said than done. Honestly, you know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, like, we went through some really bad shit, and like my son, like, it was like to the point of like I wasn't talking so much, like he wasn't talking. My son didn't really start talking until he was like literally like probably 5 or 6 type shit, you know what I mean? And he's still, you know, working on therapy in terms of speaking, because like I didn't talk to him. Like it wasn't that I didn't want to talk to him. I literally was working, came home, didn't do shit, you know, like I was like a zombie, like, because as soon as I get home, like nothing's been done, so I have to cook, clean, then I'm fed up, you know. So this is a 17 through 21, 22-year-old doing this shit every day, and it affected my son's, you know, ability to learn, because children, they learn from their mother, you know. Like people try to make it seem like, oh, men came first and then women came out the rib. Well, that's bullshit. The first teacher, the first creator was the woman. You learn everything, you know, initially from a woman. And I wasn't there. Like I said, I was picking up a role of a man when I shouldn't have been in that role. So
Depression.
Yeah, that whole autism, your son has ADHD, he can't do this, he can't do that. No, it's the mother needing to sit down and speak to the child and grow and develop with your child, and making sure you don't sit up here and try to label your child as those things like autistic, ADHD, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like it's incredible because it really manifests it into the child.
Give birth to a God, a good one, a woman in her mind, and just thoughts about that child when you're starting to room. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's why my son hates his dad, honestly, because he probably, you know, I have to think about that. And plus, he's not consistent, but it probably has something to do with me talking shit about him in front of him.
Yeah, you manifest so much shit. And that's what I'm saying. We just got to do better, and it starts with recognizing. I know I fucked up as a parent when I had my son, you know, but I'm trying not to do it for my daughters, and I'm also trying to make up for it in my son by getting him the things that he needs, you know. So just do better. It's never too late. People just think it's too late. Like if you fuck up as a parent, that means you just got to fuck up all the way through. Keep having babies, keep fucking up. No, you can do better. You know, like it's more out there.
Yeah, it's more. It's more like. So you have any stories to tell before we wrap this up, honey? Oh, about you getting through postpartum. But you said you feel like you still going through it.
Yep, don't sit on my couch.
Yeah, you got one daughter, right?
She knew better after that.
You smart. You smart. So I know.
Your phone or computer keeps breaking up. You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
We can't hear you.
But Yeah, I think
we touch on some touchy stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah,
and
man.
it doesn't take, a lot of people think postpartum is supposed to take a couple months. No, nigga. It takes over a year. It take over a year for sure. Definitely take over a year for sure. Some women are strong out there. Some women don't let the dads thing shit get to them.
Yeah.
But
I didn't have a self-esteem, and that's something I had to admit to myself, because that's probably why I leached on to my first baby dad so much, because like he gave me so many signs that he didn't really want me like that. He just wanted to smash. You feel me? Like I didn't really have to have a child with him, you know. Like I'm happy for my son or whatever that he's here in my life, but like there was so many signs that wasn't the way to go. Like, and I just ignored it because I didn't have any self-esteem. You know, like I just wanted somebody to love me, and that probably plays back into, the conversation we had last week with when dad was on, and me not really having a father there for me, and him neglecting us for real. So I didn't really know how to love myself. I didn't have a self-esteem.
So let me ask you something. So do you feel like, I know every female after birth goes through postpartum, but do you feel like we put ourselves in situations that make us go through postpartum depression?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I said this on our podcast before, but depression for me is a choice, because you think that you're unable to control your reality, but you are. Like I feel like I'm 100% controlling my reality. It's you having an excuse not to control it, like we go through our pains, but really pain is just something in the mind. If we really wanted to, we can push through pain, really. But we have our excuses no matter how good they are. Depression is a choice.
Yeah, I asked that because I seen a Facebook post on one of my friends. She said going through depression, postpartum depression, um, is your fault basically. And I mean, I could agree with that. Just thinking about it, because the way I did things in my life that caused me to my depression was my fault. Postpartum, that's automatically, but going through an actual depression, these unwanted thoughts and shit like that, is because the way I did things.
Yeah, you just feel like you fucked up so much, you just want to say fuck it. Like, okay, that's your fault that you feel like you fucked up. That was your choice.
Yeah, I mean, but people who's going through it, we gotta find ways to uplift them in spirits, because the shit is not cool.
We can't point out that it's a choice, really, though. We have to say it in a different way, because like even though it's a choice, it's the same choice that our ancestors had in terms of death or slavery times. Like it's a hard fucking choice. It's like, yeah, I'm in poverty, I'm broke, I decided to fucking have sex because I don't know what love really is, so I'm thinking this is love, and then boom, I'm pregnant, he really don't fucking want me, boom, my life is miserable. Is this my fault, or like should I start over? So
right.
I don't know.
Right. So it's crazy. I guess the stream was messing up.
Yeah, sure, messed up.
But yeah, it's crazy. We just want to bring awareness and uplift a lot of females to get up out of it, because I've been through the darkest of darkest. I didn't, I'm glad I didn't act on my thoughts. You got to be really strong not to act on your thoughts, especially when it comes to taking your own life and shit. I was really contemplating on suicide. In the back of my mind, even though I was thinking about it, probably wanted to do it, I just knew that I wasn't going to, per se. Like I just couldn't go through with it, even though I really wanted to do it. But if I, like I said, I'm glad Adrian Carls, took that gun, because I probably would have did it.
I would have been pissed as fuck.
I know you would have been pissed.
I think that's why you wasn't going to do it, because you just knew how I would feel.
I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about Adrian, but I was thinking about me too. Like I would not have any bills, no more kids.
I would have been so disappointed. Oh my god!
I was thinking about all of that, but I'm just glad, I didn't do it, because I love my kids. They're a blessing.
Yeah.
Your kids are supposed to motivate you to do better, not cause you depression. You're causing your own depression, honestly. Your kids are supposed to motivate you to do better in life.
Yeah, let's stop using our children as an excuse and use it as motivation to push on. Like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a better parent every day. I still be fucking up, but I'm a lot better than when I was 17, when I first had a child. I can say that. I'm a better teacher to my children.
Yeah, so
yeah,
you're better. You're getting better, but I think we touched on pretty much a lot of things. So, especially as Black women, we have to start giving birth in our own home, because these doctors are not for us. They're not for us. They're not for us at all. So
They want to experiment because, just like Abu said earlier, these niggas be trying to take your placenta blood.
Mhm.
Like, oh my goodness, like I literally had to low key yell at the doctor when I was giving birth to Time, and I was like, yeah, keep the cord on until the placenta is done pulsing because I want all that cord blood to go to my baby. Like they like to snip that immediately, and then if you watch them, you'll see them drain that blood with all that stem cell juice. It doesn't stem cell juice, but it's like the stuff is really gold. It's liquid gold, and they use this to their own benefit. They bottle it up, fucking put it in medicine, and charge you for it and shit. It's like really crazy. Like, no, make sure that placenta is still attached until it's done breathing.
Yeah. And I think a lot of postpartum depression probably is that, like you said, comes from the hospital. It definitely comes from the
They
hospital.
do the most.
You want to be the first one who touch your child, not the doctors. You want to be the first one. So I do say, anyone who's pregnant, please take into consideration doing a water birth. Get a midwife. Do something like that.
Lotus birth.
Lotus birth. Yeah.
Keep that placenta on there.
Yeah, keep it. And yeah, I don't know for sure, but I feel like if I did that with my kids, I would have had a better connection with them when they came out. Even though it's painful, I think it would have caused less depression, less stress. And I probably wouldn't even give a fuck about who the baby dad was. So I feel like in deep down in my soul that I would have, if I would have made that decision like I was supposed to, I would have been more in tune with my kids when they first came out, because I wanted to throw both of them away. So
and breastfeeding helps that too,
Yeah.
build that connection.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
helped, because when and that's what also comes with depression, anxiety. Anxiety is a big thing, because when I start creating that bond with my son, even I knew that he was with safe people. It wasn't even with the people, I was cool with him going with Adrian. I was cool with him staying with Jeanette. I was cool with him going with you. But it took me a while. You remember? It took me a while for him to say that, because that was my anxiety. That comes with depression, because you want to get rid of your kid, but your anxiety kicks in. Be like, I don't think I can let him go. I'm going through that right now with my son's dad. He wants him for a few days, and yeah, I probably end up spying on him all night. So just to soothe my mind, make sure he's okay. Because that's just becomes being a mother.
Let's see if Jeanette can talk now. Let's see if we can hear her.
Yeah, you can unmute your mic. She has to
It
unmute.
is unmute.
She has to.
No, we still can't hear you. Damn. Well,
Yeah, next time you have to come over here.
yeah, we're about to.
We're about to pretty much wrap it up. Though.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Y'all like our page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love y'all. Thank you for being on here with us. Help support us. Like. I'm begging right now, so please do it. Like it.
That's fine. But yeah, like if we if any, we might have to do another one, soon. When we get more out there, with other women coming on.
Yeah.
So we could talk about it. We could tell our stories again. Get the message out there. You're not alone. You are not alone.
Yeah.
Just hit me up. I'm gonna make a joke out of it, so you can laugh. Just let me know if you need to talk to somebody. I'll be the one to talk to.
Put your phone number out there then, if you really mean it.
I don't want my
just playing.
I don't want certain people have my number.
I was just joking.
so yeah, just if you're going through it, just hit me up, and I will try to help you get out of it. I don't care how much you love that nigga. He ain't worth it. Just I'm gonna have you think the worst of him after you done talking to me.
Oh my god.
So yeah, but that's about it. We love everyone. Johnny, we cannot hear you at all. We cannot hear you. But we about to wrap this up though. Okay. So please like and share, subscribe. We love everyone. Peace and love. Lily Christ.
Rama'at. Superior Nay, because you can't hear.
Yeah.
But peace and love. Like, subscribe.
We will be touching on the subject soon later in the future. We don't know, but when we get some more people, we will definitely touch on the subject.
All right. Thanks for coming in, Grinch, Abu, Carl, Adrian, everybody that's in the house.
Yeah, we
from
appreciate you.
Twitch, YouTube. We appreciate all of y'all. Like, subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
Love y'all. Like, subscribe.